Birth of Shivaji. Those were very unsettled days. Shah Jahan from the north had dispatched a big army to conquer the Deccan. Pune, the principal town of Shahaji Raje's Jagir, was burnt to the ground by Adil Shah of Bijapur. Shahaji Raje was in real trouble. He found himself between the devil and the deep sea and was constantly on the run. Jijabai was pregnant, and the great question which worried Shahaji Raje was some place where she could remain in safety and peace. Then he remembered the Shivneri fort and decided to send Jijabai there. Shivneri was a strong fort near Junnar in Pune district. It had steep hills on four sides, strong fortifications, and massive doors. This strong fort was then in charge of Vijayaraj, a relative of the Bhosles. He agreed to give protection to Jijabai. So Shahaji Raje left her there and marched against the Mughals. And then the golden day dawned. On the auspicious day of Falgun Vadya Trithya in the year 1551 of the Shaka era, that is, on 19th February 1630, to the sound of pipes and drums playing in the Nagar Khana, Jijabai gave birth to a son. All the residents of the fort were overjoyed. On the 12th day, with appropriate ceremony, the child was named Shivaji, as the child was born on Fort Shivneri. Shivaji passed the first 6 years of his life in highly unsettled conditions. Even so, Jijabai did not neglect his education. Every evening, she would light the household lamps and then call Shivaji to her. She would shower all her affection on him and tell him stories of Rama and Krishna, of Bhim and Abhimanyu. On other occasions, she would recite to him the devotional songs of Jnandeo, Navdeo or Eknath. Shivaji liked to listen to the exploits of brave men. Shivaji felt that on growing up, he should also display valor just like them. Jijabai used to tell him stories of many pious persons and saints. That instilled in him a respect and honor for all saints and great men. Do you listen carefully to the stories your mother tells? Children from poor families came to play with Shivaji. Sometimes he visited them in their huts and shared their simple meal of onion and bhakri with great relish. They invented interesting games to pass the time. The children of the Mavlas were like birds in the forest. They would imitate the sounds of the cuckoo or parrot or tiger to perfection. Their pastime was building small forts of earth and making earthen elephants and horses. They played hide and seek or played with a ball or top. Shivaji joined them in all these games and became popular with them. I'm sure you also like playing with your friends. Shahaji Raje returned to Nizam Shahi all right, but he did not get any peace of mind there. Nizam Shah himself was a fickle-minded person who readily believed all gossip. Hence, many conspiracies and petty rivalries infested the court. This led to the killing of Lakhuji Rao Jadhav openly in the court at the instigation of Nizam Shah himself. Shahji Raje could not withstand this. Infuriated, he left Nizam Shahi and joined the Mughals. Shah Jahan, the Mughal emperor, made him a Sardar at his court. In the meantime, secretly joining hands with the Mughals, Fateh Khan killed Nizam Shah. There was complete anarchy in the state. It became evident that Fateh Khan was treacherously planning to enable the Mughals to swallow Nizam Shahi. In return, the Mughals rewarded him with the territory under the control of Shahji Raje. Shahji Raje was enraged, and so he left the services of the Mughals. He decided to teach them a lesson using all his might. In order to forestall the Mughal emperor and Wazir Fateh Khan, Shahji Raje found out a child heir from the Nizam's family. And on the fort of Pengiri near Junnar, declared him as the new Nizam Shah. Thus, he established an altogether new kingdom which included the territory between the rivers Godavari and Neera. Shahji Raje fought vigorously to protect this new state. Initially, Adil Shah was with him in these efforts. But later what happened is that the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan himself marched south upon Shahji Raje and threatened Adil Shah. Adil Shah then signed a treaty of friendship with him against Shahji Raje. Shahji Raje now began to fight the joint forces of the Mughals and Adil Shah using guerrilla tactics. But he could not sustain the war all by himself. Unwillingly, he surrendered to the Mughals in 1636 AD. He could not create his own kingdom as the times were not favorable for him. But his daring spirit kindled a confidence among the Marathi people. This proved useful for Shivaji in establishing Swaraj a few years later. Jijabai and Shivaji in Karnataka. After the downfall of the Nizam Shahi established by Shahji Raje, its territory was divided by the Mughals and Adil Shah amongst themselves. Shahji Raje's Jagir of Pune and Supe lay within Adil Shah's share. He gave it to Shahji Raje on his behalf. Now, Shahji Raje joined the Adil Shahi services. Adil Shah assigned to him the task of conquering the territories in distant Karnataka, far away from Pune. Shahji Raje took Shivaji and Jijabai to Karnataka along with him. While leaving, he assigned the administration of Pune Jagir to Dadaji Kondev, a very loyal servant of his. Shivaji's childhood in Maharashtra had been very hectic. He and Jijabai had to rush continuously from one fort to another. At that time, young Shivaji used to hear the stories of the brave deeds of his father. Jijabai and Shivaji got some peace when they arrived in Karnataka. Shahaji Raje defeated many kings in Karnataka. Adil Shah awarded him with the Jagir of Bangalore. Shahaji Raje then made the city of Bangalore his headquarters. He lived there with all the trappings of a king and began to summon the court.